What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ matches and bringing you some post-commentary coverage of one of my recent City of Mayhem Dragon Ball FighterZ online tournament runs. And what's weird about this one is that this is post-commentary, and I actually did this tournament a week ago before the last one that you guys saw me do. I believe this was my PS4 entry in com, and I believe this was on the 9th, today's the 17th, and the next one was on the 10th. Yeah. So this was on the 9th, so that was a week ago. This was the PS4 tournament. You guys already saw the PC tournament that I did the next day because I uploaded those out of order just because it was quicker and easier that way, just because I think I did live com for that one. But yeah, as you can see, I actually decided to enter this tournament running the old classic, the 18 product Trunks team. It's not a team that you guys see me really play in tournament like ever anymore, but I decided to give it a shot. Just because that's just how I was feeling that day. I obviously still love all three of these characters. I mean, Trunks is on every team no matter what. But I still love 18 and Bardock. And I had a lot of people say that they missed the Bardock, or they want to see 18 here, or, you know what I'm saying? I just thought people would appreciate me bringing out the classic team for the one time, you know what I'm saying? That it still gets the job done, although I will say I did peep the Twitch chat over in Bum's stream while I was playing, because some of my matches were on stream. I don't think this one was. But they were like, oh, this whole season 1 ass team, this outdated team, Lotus this, get with the times that, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like hating on me, but just being like, damn, like he really working way harder than everyone else playing this like garbage team. I mean, is it garbage? Debatable. I wouldn't say garbage per se, but it definitely is very much an outdated, outclassed team that does not play the current version of the game very well. But if you're good, you're good, and you can get the job done no matter what the team is. And there's definitely still some secrets that I haven't fully unlocked with these characters yet. And a better player than me can do even better with them. But enough of the, I guess, downplaying, if you want to call it that, of this team, although I wouldn't really call it downplaying per se. But you can see we're running 18 Bardock and Trunks. Our first opponent was Felix, running a team of Super Saiyan Vegeta, DBFZ Broly, and Janemba. A pretty unorthodox and weird team itself, but Janemba, one of those characters that have had a hype, for quite some time now, and he seems to be growing decently in popularity. Oh, excuse me. I felt a bit of a burp coming there. But yeah, you can see we're actually making pretty good work of him. I mean, we've lost our 18 and our sparking, and he still has his, but we're mostly in control of this match, I would say. I do find the hit with Bardock. I don't spend a level 3 there because I want to do this. I want to go for the mix-up. And that's the mix I've known about for a while, and like I've done it in the past, but I don't know why I'm just not doing it every time I have the resources available for me. It's actually pretty potent, we do the EX Lariat there, and then you get the mix in the corner with Trunks assist. You can do it with other assists as well. And I lost my train of thought for a second. Depending on what you want to go for, you may or may not, you may need high block stun or low block stun. But obviously if you have high blocks, then you risk cross protection, so you gotta, what I'm saying. And anyway, I digress. We actually do end up losing Bardock. And, we're actually struggling a little bit here, I would say. We started off so strong, but Felix was not going down without a fight. Only comes with the command grab, and this is not, like, impossible for us to win, but this is looking like it's just going to take a lot of work here from us. Doesn't have enough bar for a level 1 into a level 3, but he does have DBFZ Broly level 1 into another level 1 into... Yeah. So for the strong start that we had, we actually end up going down there in the first game to Felix. We kind of let him bring that one back, and that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Oh yeah. It was definitely one of those times where, like, all right, I lost round 1, but I know for sure that I should be beating this player. So we get a really lucky super dash there through the Janemba assist, get the hit on Vegeta, knock him down. We've got some meter here, but I'm calling medium 17. I get the hit on the incoming. Ooh, the barrier saved my life there, but I didn't punish him in time. I could have actually gotten a punish there. The Bardock assist actually whiffed there, so I kind of got lucky that he didn't mash or super dash or challenge me in any form or fashion. It's fine. His patience actually ends up betraying him there in the end. We find the hit with Android 18. We have plenty of meter here, so I will actually spend the EX17 call here. And he immediately spends a sparking. I get the 5 into connect. Should have been doing 5M into 2H there. I was actually able to block after super dashing the Janemba assist. And speaking of super dashes, I'm letting them fly here in this second game. I'm keeping all the momentum in my favor. 18 is one of those characters where when I'm playing her on point, when I have it, when things are going my way, I had the hit and I did commit, and then I messed up the mix-up. Yeah, that could have been the end of Broly. Fine though. And he's just eating all of these super dashes. But you can see, I mean, you obviously can see why I'm super dashing so much against him. I mean, he's playing Vegeta and Janemba. and DBS Broly. So like DBS Broly command grabs, key blast, Janemba assist, Vegeta assist, and then Vegeta's key blast and Janemba key blast, and then you know what I'm saying. Janemba also has command grab. So, like there's plenty of reason. Again, I had another hit there that I didn't commit to. There's plenty of reason for me to be super dashing against his team. So that's why I'm doing it so much. Got both my assists back here. Then Trunks assist, knockdown, boom, 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 boom. Another knockdown to product, Dragon Rush, command grab. Oh no, I did the struggle disc here. Into level 1, that's going to be us taking out the Super Saiyan Vegeta. Going back to the point I was making earlier, AT is one of those characters that can snowball you. He doesn't do it the same way that like I would say like a Nappa or a Majin Buu or like a Captain Ginyu. I mean, well, I just think they do it better than she does, but she can very much be a momentum based character, and when I have that momentum, when I have that pressure, I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, pretty much until she gets knocked out. If I am in a situation like just there, that was a great 2H, oh my goodness, where she's on the verge of death, but she's not like, you know, 20% health. I'm like, all right, I'll spark to try to keep her alive, but for all the good it did me, we immediately got 2H for our troubles. But I'm just gonna hold tag here, get her out of there, drop the combo with product, but it's fine. Find the air to air. Key blast, medium spin, go for the mix here, and he hits a button for some reason. Get the side switch, looking pretty nice. But yeah, he mashed there. He gets counter hit for his troubles. Level 1, level 1, level 2, and it's with another level 1. I should have actually done some reverse order. I should have brought in 18 before Trunks and then ended with Trunks, so that way I had the healthier character on point. But it's fine. We're looking like we're definitely going to win this match. I mean, it's not over for him, but very tall mountain to climb. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he will be conquering that mountain today. We get the hit, J2H, level 1, another level 1. And that's us taking game number 2 over Felix. Now, if we can just get some more of that in game number 3, we'll be smooth sailing to calm seas. I feel like I say that a lot. in my videos. Smooth sailing to calm seas. I'm an old man. Anyway, round number 3, we both keeping our same teams. I do a round start 5M this time. Fight. We do get the hit though with the Trunks assist, knock down the Bardock with the whiff, but it doesn't matter. Keeping that momentum. Drop the combo. I'm just gonna 5L anyway. He immediately gets hit. Wasn't prepared for the low 5L, and you know that's something that has saved me a lot over the. He sucks. Did y'all see that, bro? Why did 17? He did a raw tag, and the move I have that's specifically designed to stop people from being able to raw tag goes to the complete opposite side of the screen and doesn't stop him at all. Like it doesn't matter. We get the hit and he dies anyway. But it's just like, what when I see that happen, I was just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't let it stop me, but I just, whatever. Down goes DBS Broly, and we're working on it perfect right now. I won't be able to hold on to that, I'm certain. Lariat. I mean, not lariat, barrier. And yeah, get the hit here, go for a side switch for no reason other than just the style points, I guess, because I didn't really, I could have gotten to the corner of the other side. Get the hit there with the Trunks assist, but I wasn't able to confirm it. He's trying to do everything in his power to not block here. Finally gets a hit with a guard cancel, and then Janemba assist. Y'all know me. I'm very bad at playing around Janemba assist. My only answer is to super dash it. I mean, obviously there's a bunch of answers, right? Like I know how you can deal with it, but it's, you're taking a gamble. And a lot of those, not necessarily, because obviously I super dash it a lot. If my opponent is looking out for those super dashes and I stop super dashing as much, you can also reflect it and whatnot. But the super dash isn't as risky depending on the range you're doing it from, or if whether or not your opponent is already preemptively pushing 2H. A lot of players make it very obvious that they're trying to bait out a super dash because they'll call the assist and then just crouch on the other side of the screen. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to super dash here. But obviously that takes discipline on your side. But I feel like I do a pretty good job of that. But situations like that, we're trying to use it for a mix-up. Like, no, I'm not letting you get a mix off of Janemba assist. I'm super dashing. You know what I'm saying? If he was really nasty, maybe he would have been able to rack with a light DP. But I'm not fighting players who are of that caliber. Like, unless you're Fenrich or Nitro or Wawa or Goichi or something, I don't see you pulling off something like that. But then again, those guys aren't playing Super Saiyan Vegeta because that character's not great right now. He's not awful, I don't think. Some people would say Super Saiyan Vegeta is probably the worst character in the game. I struggle to agree, but that's a conversation for another day. Well, we can have that conversation, but I mean, I don't know. Who do I think is the actual worst character in the game? I guess Super Saiyan Vegeta is in that conversation, as is Trunks, as is probably still Frieza. I mean, like, I don't know. I think all of these characters that I just named, they all have something good going for them. They all have their own strengths, but it obviously looking kind of dangerous for this year. It's obviously up for debate. Drops the combo though. He could have killed Android 18, but he did the wrong thing. That EX flip was kind of nice, but I didn't confirm it in the air. The accidental reflect there. I think I want to change the future. EX flip away. I have plenty of meter here, so if I get a hit, I'll be able to convert it into a level 3 for the knockdown. There it is. There it is. Too many EX flips. He got antsy. He pushed the 2H, and he does get the kill on Trunks. Very dangerous situation here. This could be me going down 2-1 in the first round of the bracket. I don't remember if I even had a buy this round too, so I think this is actual first round. But he goes for an EX slash, and I managed to get the super dash off, but the Dragon Rush whiffs. But I see the command grab coming. I super dash it. That has been my best friend in this matchup, is super dashing. And like I said before, Janemba gives you plenty of reason to super dash. And by the hair on my chin, by the skin of my teeth, I managed to take the third game and advance 2-1 over Felix in the bracket. Definitely made me work for it. Definitely made me work for it. That is us coming out on top, and I'll be back with the next set of games in my second round. Alright, now this next match is an interesting one because, as you may recall, about 2 weeks ago, I entered comp and I faced off against this very same player. I believe the video is titled Level 7 Adult Gohan is Broken or something along those lines. But here we have my revenge match against Mighty Yahiko. Now, I stated before in the last video, or the last time I fought him, that Mighty Yahiko says that we faced off before and I destroyed him. But the last time we played, he pulled off a crazy level 7 Adult Gohan comeback on me in the first game. And I believe in the second game, I just got steamrolled. He was back again with his 17 hit and Adult Gohan team. And the bracket may or may not have been rigged so that if we both won our first round match, we met up here in the second round. And I specifically remember Scamby being in the chat, like trying to place bets and stuff and having some fun. And like, now Lotus is definitely going to win this one. Like, he will not lose this time for sure. And a couple other people have been like, nah, bro, Yahiko's just too wild and whatnot. While we're at it, right? I guess now is a good time to mention this. Far be it from me. Well, how do I word this? We'll just say it simply, right? Yahiko has told me a lot of people from my community have been giving him a lot of flack lately, and like harassing him. And I'd like to ask you guys to relax a little bit. I know I'm one to talk when it comes to talking about other players, but I always keep it in game, right? I'll talk about the way somebody plays or something like that in the match, but then after the match is over, once the game is turned off, like, people are human beings, right? Like, we could talk about somebody being a masher all we want or playing the game with their face and whatnot, and like I get that, but when it starts going beyond that, it's too much. So if y'all could chill out, like I do agree. I still will stand by my statement. I do think he's a very, very wild player, especially his 17 and his Adult Gohan. But I mean, honestly, his whole team. But yeah, like he can be very all over the place. Like, I mean, we see that, and when it's effective, it's effective. When it's not, it's not. But let's keep the trash talk in game, and anything beyond that, let's just be civil. All right, cool. Anyway, that aside, you can see he's actually doing a number on me right now. The strats are working. Bardock is about to go down for the count, but I do have Sparking, Limit Break, Full Health Trunks with 5.5 bars. It doesn't look good for me, but my back has been here against this wall many, many times before in the past, and I had everybody in Bum's chat rooting for me because this match was being played live on Bum's stream. I get the bait on the counter, but he vanishes and I have to counter vanish. He doesn't reflect the key blast there, but he does try to do something. Maybe a counter, a reflect, something, and I get a 2M start, which is huge for me here. I had to spend all the meter, but I do manage to get the kill here by literally dumping everything I had into that. But I'm unscathed. Trunks has still not been touched. So this just become a lot more winnable. The Trunks assist is out. I mean, the hit assist is out of the way. 17 was one touch. Then he downed the solo Adult Gohan, who is not yet leveled up if I remember correctly. Whiffing the Rekkas. I get the JM, but I don't confirm that with the J2H. Flipping away. Dashing to the other side of the screen, trying to bait out 2H. He doesn't give it to me. I'm trying to bait out Super Dash, I can 2H, but he doesn't give it to me. Mashing the Vanish on the Key Blast, that's fine. In the neutral. And yeah, he whiffs a wall jump. I just 2L. Down goes Android 17. And we're looking good. We've gotten scratched as Trunks, but we're still pretty healthy with some bar left and Sparking. I'm feeling good about my ability to win this first game. In the neutral. And again, he gets caught by a 2M. Maybe he was mashing DP or Reflect or just trying to hold up. All I know is that he gets hit by medium starter, we safe jump, and my 2H gets counter hit. Yeah, he tries to DP the safe jump, which does not work. As you can see, I was able to block it, and his 2H for some reason did not get punished the way it should have. But I mean, his vanish did not get 2H the way that it should have. But it's fine. We end up getting the Ki Blast confirmed after we pop our sparking, and I do manage to take that first game over mighty Yahiko. And yeah, I know he was beating himself up after that one, and people in the chat were popping off for me. It was cool. It was cool. It was a good time. I took a second here before I hit rematch, I think, because I was just like, all right, let me even though I won, let me recompose and adjust myself and make sure I go into things with a clearer head and more composure here in game number 2. That being said, he does manage to win neutral and get the first hit here. Again, goes for like all this tricky 17 stuff, and I'm not having. I figured like I have to start disrespecting his 17 a lot more. There's a lot of like fake pressure and mix-ups and stuff that he's going for that I'm not trying to really hold. Immediate vanish guard can't suspend those bars. Messed up that block string there, but it's fine. He goes for the 5M, just a frame trap, no real mix-up there. Run up jab, he blocks the 6M, good stuff, but no tech on the Dragon Rush. I still get a decent amount of mileage out of that whenever I do it. Like, as long as my opponent isn't mashing, which a lot of times that they are, because we don't respect Trunks assist, but I get somebody to block Trunks assist on our Dragon Rush, they have like almost never, ever tech that. I think the only player I've ever fought that has like tech the Dragon Rush after blocking Trunks assist is June, but even June, when I fight him, which I haven't played June in a while, I know he kind of slipped away for a bit, but I think he said he's back on fighting games and stuff right now. But June, just knowing me so much because we play so much of him just being a better player, like he knows when I'm gonna DR and he'll just and he'll be right. Oh, that could have been huge for me, and I don't get a 2H on the super dash, but I do get the 2M. He mashes the counter, I get a big 2M starter here. Lots of bar, lots of damage, had an assist here. EX spin, level 1, level 1, level 1. That would have been a TOD if he had full health and I had plenty of meter for it. But a 2M start and sparking, you know your character's dead. You get hit by a 2M and while they're in sparking, you say goodbye to your health bar. So a bit scrambly, but we do manage to come out on top there. Structo disc, just keep him at bay with the Ki Blast. I dash in, and then I super dash, beating his super dash. Hit him with the Dragon Rush. I have beauty here for the level 3, so I do spend it because that puts him in a mix-up situation where he has to guess for character or potentially mash, which knowing Yahiko is not an unlikely option for him. So I actually just go in for the empty jump, or not empty jump, but I whiff the JL and then I go low. He does just block, but then he guard cancels and gets the Adult Gohan in, but that's fine. I'm still pretty healthy. Barrier plus product assist keeps him at bay. And yeah, those Dancer's legs. I was on the lookout for back fist. That's what I was waiting to happen, but he didn't go for it. Where's the DP? No DP. Okay, that's fine. Let me just jump in. No block on the IAD. And yeah, we're looking good. I have plenty of meter here. Do I want to spend it for the level 3 with Android 18? I think I do. I did it a little bit high there, but fortunately Android 18's level 3 kind of tracks. It doesn't have the greatest range. It has okay range, right? It does go a decent distance, but I have had her level 3 whiff at times. But in my experience, what I've learned, I messed up the mix up there and just let him jump out of that. You cannot jump out of Android 18's mix when done properly, but I was a little bit off in my timing. But I have noticed that at certain ranges, if you wait till you land on the ground and do 18's level 3, it will whiff. But if you do it slightly above the ground, if you do it too high, it'll still whiff. But if you do it before you hit the ground, it's more likely to still connect, at least in my experience. Anyway, a bit of a scramble there, drop some combos, whatever. We raw tag in just to kind of reset things a little bit. We do manage to take out Android 17, and I have a full health Trunks, barrier assist behind me, bardic assist, and 18 dice. 18 dice, barrier assist did not save you there. He just comes in swinging, and yeah, gets his level up tier finally with Adult Gohan. He's up to level 4, but I mean, like one touch here and he goes down. I'm super dashing. I got on the bardic assist, 5M for the conversion, and that should be the end of Adult Gohan. Simple ass combo here, simple as that. We simple as level 1 into bardic level 3, just for good measure. That's us taking things 2-0 over mighty Yahiko, getting our revenge and advancing on in the bracket. I don't remember if it was 2-0 or 2-1 in his favor last time, but all I know is that I take it this time. I figured that I could beat him. I mean, he said himself that I beat him in the past. I need to go back and like find the video of me playing him and see what those matches look like, because I just genuinely cannot remember. But yeah, revenge match, and he was looking forward to fighting me this week. Unfortunately, Calm was yesterday and I missed it because I overslept. But wait, Calm was again today, huh? On PC, and now I just missed that one too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all this content that I'm bringing you. With all that being said, it's pretty much off today, and remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.